Vamos, dice 3, 2, 1, va. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y 10. ¡Sale corriendo! Tienen que hacer el golpe. Que agarre Dios. Eso, va, se prepara gracias al electrolit. Y... ¡ah! ¡Lástima! ¡Qué buen arco este muchacho electrolit! Señores, fuerte el aplauso para los tres. Vénganse por acá, chicos, vénganse por acá los tres. Mire, déjeme decirle que acá desde que baja, usted ya va ganando. Desde que está acá en la cancha ya ganó. ¿Estamos? Tenemos 1 hizo el gol y 2 lo erraron. Así que, usted lo hizo, ¿verdad? También es deportista. Ok. Pero lo vi ahí medio tambaleándose. No. Ok. Ahora hacemos la entrega de los premios. Ahí está, miren. Un bonito kit para cada uno de ustedes. Ok. Ahí está. Entregue al muchacho. Excelente. Y el de ahí está. Fuerte el aplauso para los tres. Mostrando la marca. Excelente. Ok, vamos a ver. ¿Cómo está el ambiente ahí arriba en el público? Quiero saber cómo se la están pasando. ¿Están listos para ver fútbol? Uy, no. Mire, les voy a dar un dato. Vamos a regalar un balón para la gente que esté ahí arriba más animada. Ojo, para la gente que esté más animada, pues si no está animado, nada. Voy a hacer la pregunta nuevamente. Lo vamos a hacer por bloque, este y este. Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo está la gente de este bloque? Ok, ahí vamos. Vamos a ver. La gente de este bloque. Están así como dudoso. Bueno, señores, ya dentro de poco vamos a regalar ese balón autografiado. No va a ser así por así, va a ser autografiado. Así que disfruten, señores, esa jornada deportiva que vamos a tener gracias a Big Soccer. esta jornada deportiva, en este evento, gracias a Pit Soccer, tenemos a la lotería. Con la lotería tu oportunidad para ganar puede ser hoy. Gana Play, donde ganar es tu pasión. Electrolit, hidratación total. Almacenes Tropical, siempre te da más. Chocobitos, el sabor que nos une. Claramente Toro Gross, el sello de lo bello. No podía faltar Power. Recuerda que si tienes una indumentaria deportiva de calidad, por ahí están los buenos amigos de Power. Automáticamente está participando para ganar cualquiera de esos premios. Mire, ahí está un balón de la temporada. Tenemos una gorra de Power y también tenemos un peluche de la mascota de Indes Boss. Y si el día de mañana nos quiere acompañar, mañana vamos a tener una sorpresa para todos ustedes. Mañana, con ese mismo código QR, usted va a poder participar para llevarse una camiseta original de los equipos participantes en este torneo. Así que escanelo. Ahí está escaneando el código QR que aparece en la pantalla para que ustedes se puedan llevar uno de esos bonitos premios. recuerde, mañana vas a tener la oportunidad de ganarte una camiseta oficial de los equipos que están participando en este torneo. Y luego de este partido vamos a tener también una actividad muy bonita con ustedes. Así que si el staff se acerca por ahí para saber si puedes acompañarnos o quieres acompañarnos a participar acá a la cancha, gracias a los amigos de Tropigas, siempre te da más, puede bajar.
Tiene que decir que sí, ¿verdad? Ya tiene que irse acá con Iván porque van a hacer una actividad súper entretenida y lo mejor que se van a poder llevar premios gracias a nuestros patrocinadores. Iván, usted algún día tuvo un sueño y dijo, algún día me gustaría lograr algo, viajar, comprarme mi casa, mi carro.
La verdad que sí, la verdad que sí. Pero, ¿por qué cree que no sé? Esto todavía tengo la oportunidad, ¿verdad?
Por supuesto que sí, lo único que tiene que hacer es jugar la lotería, porque con la lotería tu oportunidad de ganar puede ser hoy.
Ok, entonces no estoy tarde. Puedo cumplir ese sueño.
Todavía lo puede cumplir, así
Ok.
que yo que usted después de aquí me voy y compro un lotín peligroso y ahí está.
Posiblemente, ¿verdad? Mira, ya me animé, quizás sí vamos a comprar uno, quien quita y la suerte mía sea el día de hoy. Ahí está en la pantalla en este momento el código QR que tú puedes escanear desde ahí donde está sentadito, mire, para que pueda tener la oportunidad de ganarse cualquiera de esos premios y también una camiseta oficial de las selecciones que están participando en este momento en este bonito torneo.
de hoy.
Boa tarde. Ontem a gente fez um bom jogo. Aproveitamos bem as bolas paradas. Um time da Colômbia muito forte fisicamente. Um jogo de muito contato. mas a gente conseguiu fazer um grande jogo e superar. Então, gostei muito do nosso time e fizemos o que tínhamos que fazer, que era ganhar os 3 pontos. Agora, contra a Dinamarca, um jogo diferente, uma escola diferente. Escola europeia, um jogo mais posicional, um jogo mais tático, um time muito bem treinado, que a gente já teve que mudar um pouco as estratégias para hoje, mas acredito que também vamos fazer um grande jogo.
Well, there we hear from Chicao Castelo Branco, the Brazilian coach, who coming into the tournament said they brought their best players and have high expectations. Well, they won their first game of the tournament, so too did Denmark. Let's hear from the Danish side as well.
Bueno, pues ayer nosotros principalmente sacamos un equipo para plantarnos en el campo y trabajar el partido, y viendo cómo empezamos perdiendo y demás, pues fuimos desarrollando pues diferentes sistemas de juego y sobre todo pues avanzar, que es lo que queremos, probar jugadores, probar sensaciones de partido, y al final pues el resultado nos favoreció porque tuvimos paciencia y supimos manejar los tiempos del partido. Entonces, bueno, pues seguimos creciendo. Lo que nuestra intención aquí en El Salvador es seguir creciendo como selección, y la verdad es que bueno, el resultado de ayer fue muy bueno.
¿Sensaciones para hoy?
Bueno, hoy igual, seguiremos aprendiendo de las mejores selecciones, en este caso Brasil, que es número 1 a nivel mundial, y bueno, pues, agradecidos a El Salvador por esta gran oportunidad, y disputaremos.
Denmark with a stunning result for a highly partisan crowd last night here at the Flor Blanca, where they got the upset coming from behind to defeat the hosts El Salvador, the lowest ranked team in the tournament in either the men's or women's brackets, the number 35 team in the world in the men's game, and trying to continue on here with another what would be surprise result if they can get one over on the number 1 team in the world, the defending world champions, the Seleção, the Reis da Praia, the Kings of the Beach, Brazil. Might be a clash of styles out on the sand here in what also could be a de facto title match. The 2 teams that won their tournament openers yesterday in the men's bracket going toe-to-toe in the sand here at the Flor Blanca. Just about ready to get going what could be a de facto title match here in the men's tournament at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup 2026. Beautiful day in the capital city. Sun shining throughout San Salvador, although it's starting to descend behind those beautiful big green mountains enveloping the capital city. And Brazil getting ready to take on Denmark, the 2 teams that won their tournament openers in the men's bracket yesterday afternoon into the evening here at the White Flower, the Flor Blanca Beach Soccer Stadium. There are the defending World Cup champions. They defended their title as well. Back-to-back World Cup champions, Brazil and Denmark. As their player coach Kasper Dorf said, still developing the beach soccer game in Denmark, but this tournament will go a long way in helping that development. Surely one of the biggest games for those players in the red in their beach soccer careers. First out will come the kids with the Living Football banner here at this FIBA Beach Soccer Tournament. The flags being presented on the near side as well. And now the referees for this late afternoon affair. David Cruz, Julio Ramos, Christian Barrios, and Juan Angeles. Referees for this matchup, as now out onto the pitch come the world champions, Brazil, the #1 ranked team in men's beach soccer. And now, De Groot V, the red and whites of Denmark. Approaching the 1 a.m. hour in Denmark. Maybe got a few Danish fans sticking around with us to take in one of the biggest games for the Danish beach soccer team. As now we'll listen to the national anthems. First, the national anthem of Brazil. Well, the Brazilian boys singing their hearts out during the national anthem. And now the national anthem of Denmark. Passion on full display during the national anthems as these two teams are looking for top spot in the tournament here on match day 2, each winning their opening games here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup. Let's take a look at the starters, beginning with Brazil. In goal, Bobo. He's joined by Diego Catarino, Tanger, Rodrigo, and Mauricinho. Meanwhile, for Denmark, in goal, is Gustav Madsen. He's joined by Tobias Pilgaard, the captain Carl Wegeberg, Axel Dam, all-time leading scorer for Denmark, and Bertram Jensen, the starters for the red and whites. Second game of the day here on match day 2 at the Flor Blanca Beach Soccer Stadium. We saw Portugal, the favorites in the women's tournament, make it 2 from 2 with their victory over Mexico just prior to this one. And now, can the favorites in the men's tournament do the same? The number 1 team in the world, Brazil, up against a Denmark side who got that stirring results, come from behind victory over the hosts El Salvador last night in front of a raucous Salvadorian support. Captains will meet for the coin toss. That's Rodrigo and the blue of Brazil, and it is Carl Wegeberg in the red of Denmark. No messing around with the starters by the coaching staffs today. Same 5 that started on the sand yesterday in the opening match victories of the tournament for both Brazil and Denmark. Denmark will be the ones to kick us off left to right here in what might just decide the championship at the men's El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup 2026. A pivotal matchup here on match day number 2. Sand flies in San Salvador. It's Denmark kicking off against Brazil. And Denmark into the lead from the opening kick. The captain starts the red and whites off on the right foot. Arrowing towards the bottom corner. Carl Wegeberg makes it Denmark 1, Brazil 0 before the world champions have even touched the ball. Just slipping under the gloves of the goalkeeper, and Wegeberg gets his first goal of the tournament. What a start for the Rødhvide, the red and whites of Denmark. Now Brazil needing to respond as they trail for the first time in the tournament. A rollicking start here to what could be the pivotal match in the men's bracket here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup 2026. Corner kick for Brazil, wearing the change blue strip today with a little lime green highlights and flair. They'll take it short. Now back with Mauricinho into Rodrigo. Has it wrestled away by Axel Dam. And now it's into the gloves of Gustav Madsen. Might see a clash of styles in beach soccer here throughout this encounter, as it's prodded forward, hopefully towards Bertram Jensen. Just slips under his control, and he offers an apology to his teammates. Good chance there with Denmark building from the back. That was their MO yesterday. Their time of possession had to have been nearly 75%. When they got a stunning come from behind victory over El Salvador, they were so calm, trying to build from the back. Rodrigo into the attack for Brazil, who were, as you would expect, firing on all cylinders in their high-powered attack in their tournament opener yesterday. So that will be something to keep an eye on as well. The high-octane Brazilian attack against the more methodical Denmark approach. As it's in for Rodrigo, his shot blocked, and Madsen onto it. Now it's turned over. Mauricinho charging forward. Mauricinho! A calm, guided effort beyond the keeper's right foot. Mauricinho pulls Brazil back on level terms. Just cutting in from left to right, and that is clever. Gave the keeper the eyes and chopped it back on the reverse finish to make it Denmark 1, Brazil 1. 2 minutes gone in the match. Second goal of the tournament for Mauricinho, as he scored one yesterday when Brazil won a thrilling matchup in a South American rivalry against Colombia by 9-5. Back again with the number 10, Mauricinho. There's an overlap coming down the right. It's prodded through traffic and agonizingly wide from Tanger. Denmark trailed early on, came back to win 3-2 with a late goal against El Salvador last night. That stings the palms of Bobo. Gustav Madsen did score yesterday. He scored the equalizer for Denmark en route to their come-from-behind victory. And its goalkeeper denied by a goalkeeper there. Corner will go all the way back to Madsen. Number 35 ranked team in the world, Denmark. That's the lowest ranked team of the tournament in either the men's or women's bracket, all 8 sides considered. Up it goes for Mauricinho, looking for the Chilena and finding the fence. Frenetic start to the match here at the Four Blanca, coming to you live from San Salvador. Madsen to restart for Denmark. Checking too is Wegerberg, the captain. Back it goes with Madsen and Wegerberg. This is the patient build-up for Denmark, but Brazil stepping the pressure well. Picked off, and now Antonio in. Mauricinho first time across. Retreating was damned to get it away for Denmark. To the far side it goes for Benjamin Jr., a.k.a. Benjinia. Dip to the right, cutting it into a dangerous area, and there at the back stick is Tulio Silva. He nods it home and nods Brazil in front for the first time this afternoon from a 0-0 down. Brazil lead 2-1. Excellent work from Benjamin Jr. and Tulio Silva there to profit his first goal of the tournament, as he picked out a good pocket of space on the back stick and made no mistake from close range. Madsen looking for the response. Post still shaking behind Bobo's goal. Now Antonio. And across to Benjamin Jr. Cutting inside on his right. A slow roller, easily dealt with by Dam. Here is Benjinia once again, the son of an absolute legend on the beach soccer scene. His father, Benjamin, with the Brazilian national team back in the day. Up it goes for Benjamin Jr. So close to take it on the overhead as it's dropping down out of the sky. Went for that acrobatic volley attempt, de Benjamin Jr. Into defense it goes as we're closing in on the halfway stage of the first period. Back to the goalkeeper, Benjamin, sliding in. And it's called a foul. A yellow card as well for the Brazil number 7. Back pass to the goalkeeper. Benjamin Jr. thought he was entitled to the challenge, but he's just slid into the wrists of Gustav Madsen. It will be a free kick for Denmark, and there's a rule change this year. New in 2026. It used to be the player fouled had to be the player to take the free kick, but now anyone out on the sand is able to set the ball up and take the free kick after the foul, and the goalkeeper is going to give it off to the all-time leading goal scorer for Denmark, Axel Dam, who had a brace yesterday, including that late game-winning goal against the hosts El Salvador. Dam with the run-up. Dam into the sand. Dam scores! Third goal of the tournament for Axel Dam, as he scrapes it through the sand and gets the hop he was hoping for. 2-2 as we approach the midway stage of the first period. Wonderful technique there from the Danish number 10. He was hoping that one of those undulations would fool the goalkeeper, and indeed it did. Plenty of power in his low, rasping effort, and it just hops off a wicked spin beyond the Brazilian Bobo in goal. Felipe Silva, one of 5 centurions in this Brazilian side. They've got an experienced team at the competition. Most of them were at the World Cup when they lifted the trophy, as that's from a long way out, and well struck by Antonio, well held by Gustav Madsen. That was in the Seychelles last year. Brazil defended their prior championship, spilled by Bobo, and lurking was Jensen. Now it's Brazil with Antonio in the touch. Just saying, back-to-back Beach Soccer World Cup championships for Brazil as they successfully defended their title with the first ever FIFA competition in the Seychelles and the first ever Beach Soccer World Cup in Africa. Bobo looking for Mauricinho. That's a foul on the goalkeeper. He wasn't playing the ball, he was playing the man. It's a yellow card for Madsen, who's gonna quickly check out. And how about that for Oliver Lindberg-Levin checking in? His first bit of action will be to try and deny Brazil from a promising free kick position. Long run up for Tonga. He's got a hammer of a left foot. Tonga on his left. Oh, there's no stopping that. Tonga with a howitzer to put Brazil back into the lead. Goalkeeper guests towards his left. Tonga went for power straight down the middle. His third goal of the tournament. Odd goal in 5 in favor of the world champs. Pop towards Ole Hansen on the near side. Now an underhand scoop. Mauricinho headed across. Good communication at the back. Madsen there. So too is Lauritz Stubgaard. Able to rein in that Brazilian counterattack. Back with Madsen into the corner. A dart right onto the chest. Well held by Kasper Dorf. He went for the overhead. We didn't see much from the player coach for Denmark yesterday. He's out on the sands here this afternoon, and a thumbs up to his goalkeeper for that wonderful bit of distribution. As now it's into Rodrigo, up for the overhead. Rodrigo, good save, Madsen. Madsen, Wegerberg trying to get it across the beach, and he does so in the end. Nice take, but no foul. The Danish bench up in arms. They thought it was one. This will be called. Rodrigo tripping Dorf. Free kick for Denmark. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here at the end of the first period. And as it happened inside the defensive area, they can centrally place this. And Dorf wants it. Despite the prowess that we've seen from Axel Dam on these dead ball situations, the captain, or I beg your pardon, the player coach, Kasper Dorf, gonna set this down in the sand, prop it up on his volcano. Quick run up, plenty of power in it, and batted away by Bobo. Emerging with it, Tanger, his pass behind Catarino, who will pick it up for Brazil. Near side, Mauricinho. Little side foot pass to the far for Catarino, and he'll return. Only one, he's looking for Mauricinho on the near side. Ambling over the Brazil number 10. Bobo. Into the pocket of sunshine now. First time Tanger to the far side. Catarino, what a save! Madsen! Brilliant goalkeeping. Had to react quickly as the ball went from his right to his left. He would have been scrambling across his goal, and he reacted well to Ranai Catarino, who's now handing it off to Rodrigo. Rodrigo looking for Catarino. It will arrive. Dorf didn't get a touch. Catarino drags it out. Restart. Not a goal kick on the far side for Denmark, I believe. Indeed. Will be the restarts. 2.5 minutes or so to go here at the end of the first. Just about recovered there. Wegerberg is charging in with Felipe Silva. Comes off Wegerberg last. And now with Benjamin Jr., Felipe Silva, the Lokomotiv Moscow player, one of those Centurions for Brazil, closing in on 100 goals for his country as well. Felipe Silva, as Bobo steps into a strike, had to quickly get onto the loose ball after it was blocked by Pilgaard. Over to the far side now with Antonio. And he finds Felipe Silva checking two. Up for the overhead, Felipe Silva. Straight down the center. Well held by Madsen. Just over a minute to play here at the end of the first. 5 goals have flown in. Brazil with that slender advantage.
Entramos al último minuto que le está quedando a este primer periodo de momento lo gana la selección de Brasil 3-2 a Dinamarca.
Tulio Silva. No, Felipe Silva, the one on the ball. Now Felipe Silva, shoulder pass to Tulio Silva. Shout from the far side. He managed to scrape it over to Antonio. Deflection! So unkind for Denmark as it takes it beyond the wrong-footed goalkeeper. And Brazil double the lead. Antonio with his first of the tournament. Such a wicked deflection. Goalkeeper had no chance. His feet stuck in the sands as he had been moving to his right with the trajectory of the ball. Instead, it's beyond him. And in the back of the net, 4-2, Brazil lead in the final 30 seconds here at the end of the first. Stovgaard will get it back from Madsen on the header. Stovgaard goes for goal. Skies it into the fencing. Felipe Silva, an eye on the clock, and he'll just let it dwindle down at the end of the first period. Well, Denmark struck straight away. They scored from the opening kick, but Brazil came roaring back in this one, as you'd expect from the world champions. It's Brazil 4, Denmark 2 at the end of 1. Stick with us. We'll be right back here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup.
Bueno, señores, si usted aún todavía no está participando, miren, en esos momentos está en la pantalla el código QR por el cual usted va a estar participando. Escanee ese código desde ahí, desde donde usted está. Fácil, rápido, miren, coloque su teléfono, la cámara, escanea el código y automáticamente está participando para llevarse uno de esos bonitos premios. Miren, tenemos una pelota, un balón de la temporada, tenemos una gorra también por ahí de Power y tenemos también un peluche de Ghost. Así es que ya saben, ahí está.
Se estará enfrentando a Colombia y ya vemos en las gradas, Iván, también aficionados de Colombia que nos están acompañando en el estadio de Deportes de Plata.
Correcto, por allá alcanzamos a ver ya los primeros aficionados de Colombia, miren, y también escuché el grito ahí, y el aplauso para la selección de El Salvador que se hace presente ya por aquí, por ese lado de las gradas. Pero la pregunta del millón es: ¿quién va a querer un balón autografiado? No se escucha para nada.
¿Me lo podés dar a mí entonces?
Yo creo que sí, si no se activa el público, creo que te va a quedar a vos. Vamos a ver. Nuevamente, ¿quién va a querer un balón autografiado? Recuerde que la dinámica es bien sencilla. Usted tiene que estar lo más activado posible y cuando finalice el encuentro, el tercer encuentro, vamos a hacer ahí. Así que, ¿quién vino a apoyar a la selección de El Salvador?
Both teams back out on the beach ahead of period number 2 here. Match day 2 rolling on at this El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup, the 4th edition here in 2026. Brazil leading by 4-2 and will kick off if they have switched ends out on the sand at the White Flower, the Flor Blanca Beach Soccer Stadium. And Tonga, we've already seen his absolute hammer of a left foot in this game. We saw it twice yesterday. He draws the save from Madsen at the near post. It'll be a corner for Brazil to begin this second period of action. That one would have left the stadium if not for the netting above the fencing. Rodrigo firing it into the touch. Now Axel Dam trying to close in on 50 goals for Denmark. Leading goal scorer for the history of the Danish beach soccer side. We heard from Kasper Dorf, their player coach, heading into the tournament. He was saying that beach soccer is developing very well in Denmark, and tournaments like this are going to be extremely helpful for that development. He called it a great honor to be here. They were rude guests to the hosts El Salvador yesterday, as last night it was a fabulous crowd trying to cheer on La Selecta in the blue and white, but it was the red and white of Denmark that came from behind and got that victory. And maybe now, instead of it being an honor, Denmark have eyes on silverware. Tough pass on the near side, Rodrigo, as Jensen was applying the pressure for Denmark. Well, it's 30 years on from the only other meeting between these two countries in the beach soccer scene. That was back in 1996 in the Campeonato Mundial, the World Championship era of beach soccer, before the FIFA-sanctioned World Cups came along. More on that in a moment. Denmark into the attack, working it well beyond the Brazilian press. Bobo had to come off his line to smother the chance from Jensen. Gonna go with the throw. Wegerberg back to his goalkeeper, Madsen. Up it goes to Jensen, headed across. Thumbs up from the back line. They work themselves into good positions there, the Danes. Jensen trying to steer it across towards the unmarked man, Pilgaard. Just got a little bit too much on his header. Now burst of space. Cleared off the line. Jensen there for Denmark. He denies Rodrigo, and he keeps it at just the 2-goal deficit. Goalkeeper beaten, and that's what you like to see from your defenders. Great instincts from Bertram Jensen to get back for Denmark. I was just saying, only other meeting between these two countries was at the 1996 World Championship, which was in Brazil. Over the shoulder. How about that pass from Axel Dam? A glorious overhead pass into the direction of Hansen, who in turn just dribbled it over the line. Disappointing end to a promising move for Denmark. They took to the sands at the Copacabana that year in 1996. Brazil thrashed Denmark by 7-1 en route to their second World Championship, back-to-back champions to start off the World Championship era of beach soccer. And, well, they won all but one of the World Championships in that pre-FIFA era. This greatest beach soccer side that is the Brazilian national team. 10 editions held consecutively from 1995 until 2004. Brazil won every year but 2001, where Portugal were able to come away with the title. And they've continued that dominance into the World Cup era as well. 7 World Cup championships for the Seleção, the Reis da Praia, the kings of the sand, the kings of the beach. That's 7 out of the 13 World Cups in the FIFA era, including back-to-back in the last 2 editions. 16 World Championships in total for Brazil. Taking their time to start the move. We've yet to see a goal this period after they were flying in during the first. Benjamin Jr. sizing up Stubgard. He'll get it towards the near side. Antonio watching it in from on high and watching it off his pinky toe out for a Denmark restart. Scraping it through, a searching pass, and somehow brought it over the top. What an opportunity for Denmark for the first goal of the period. That chance to bring it back to within a single goal deficit. Again, it was Axel Dam turning provider, and really he should have had an assist there. Jensen couldn't poke it home at the back post. Benjamin Jr., a couple of step overs, and he couldn't fool Wegerberg, who got the touch into touch. Back in for Benjamin Jr., he'll size up Wegerberg again. Unable to get it by the Danish captain. Good defending from the red number 8. He's turned into pressure. Tulio Silva, Benjamin unselfish. Tulio Silva scuffs at it. And some ironic jeers and whistles from the crowd, which is starting to fill in nicely here at the White Flower Beach Soccer Stadium. We're in the heart of San Salvador. Wonderful delivery in. Ooh, into the sand. That's a good idea on the header. Fine reaction stop from Bobo. Dam getting it back from his goalkeeper, and the header to Wegerberg under the Brazilian press. Trying to work it through this pressure. Denmark. Dam is their main man. He's on the bounce, found a wonderful ball into Pilgaard, who gives it right away to Bobo. Catarino steers his header down. Mauricinho back for Catarino. Deflected in. Did it come off Rodrigo? Brazil won't care in the slightest. It's 5-2 for the Canarinha. We'll get another look here. Well struck by Catarino. And I believe that's an own goal. Yes, it's an own goal. They might give it as a goal for Catarino, which would be his third of the tournament. Might have been on frame, so, dubious goals panel. It might just give that one for the attack-minded player, Diogo Catarino, one of the centurions for Brazil, and he's got 108 goals now for his country in 132 games. Unfortunate for Dam, as he couldn't get out of the way of that rifle. Falls to Catarino. Mauricinho now won't be able to make it stick. Down back to the goalkeeper. Into the final 4 minutes at the end of the second period. Blocks, and it falls kindly for Catarino. He sidesteps the defender. Drags his shot wide in the end. Catarino was among the 3 Brazilians here with the Seleção, who were also here at the America's Winners' Cup back in the fall. Sportivo Luqueño, the Paraguayan side, had Catarino, Rodrigo, and Mauricinho pouring in the goals en route to the America's Winners' Cup title. So, there's dangerous bit of play from the goalkeeper. He turns it over, and it's a tap-in for the captain, Rodrigo. A cheeky smile on his face. That'll be the easiest goal he's scored, and that's a noteworthy goal for Rodrigo. Rodrigo taps it in. That brings him up to 224 goals all time for Brazil, which is now good for a tie with Buru. 6th place all time in the national goal scoring charts for the world's best beach soccer nation. Rodrigo trying to climb up the ranks in the all-time Brazilian scoring charts. Full credit to the defensive pressure there, which forced the error from Madsen, the goalkeeper. He had a bit of an injury knock as well. He's off the sand now. Back in is Lindbergh Levin. Felipe Silva, wrong side of the net.
Vamos a los últimos 3 minutos que le están quedando a este segundo periodo. Brasil 6, Dinamarca 2.
Benjamin Jr. keeps it in on the tape, and he's fouled by Wegeberg. Yellow card to come as well.
Y se vendrá la primera cartulina amarilla del partido para el jugador de Dinamarca con el dorsal 8 del capitán Carlos.
Free kick for the Brazilians. It'll be Felipe Silva getting ready to set up his sand cone of power. Just over 2.5 minutes remaining here at the end of the second period, the second of 3 12-minute periods, of course. Deep breath, Felipe Silva, long run up. Felipe Silva! Fingertips onto it from the goalkeeper. Corner kick for Brazil. Benjamin Jr. will play it back. Antonio. And that's a foul. Felipe Silva unaware of the player sneaking in from behind. Yellow card. Second player booked for the Brazilians. Each team now with 2 players on a yellow. Axel Dam, 1 goal shy of his 50th for his country, the leading goal scorer for the Danish red and whites in beach soccer. Can he find it here? Pull Denmark back to within 3 goals. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the period. Stung into the sand, well saved by Bobo. Back it goes to the goalkeeper. Bobo. Felipe Silva cuts across it. A heave forward, just wrong foots. Jensen, good idea there from Levin, who tried to quickly put Denmark on the counter. Scooped for Benjamin Jr. And he smashes it with the volley. Brazil 7, Denmark 2. First goal of the tournament for Benjamin Jr., a.k.a. Benjinha. How about that little pass off the back, 1-2, and he smashes it on the volley. A golazo for Brazil. 55th goal in now 68 games for his country from the Brazil number 7, Benjamin Jr. Damn, faking when he's going to hit the overhead. Now he struck it. Oh, my! Axel Dam! Take a bow! No, he's going to blow some kisses to an adoring crowd here at the floor block. One of the goals of the tournament. Axel Dam, it's his 50th for his country. And he pulls it right back for Denmark. No stopping that one, and he fooled the defense as well with that close control off his thigh, creating the space for the shots. He's got a brace, back-to-back games with the brace now in the tournament for Axel Dam. into the final minute at the end of the period. Levin up towards Dorf, who thought that had come off Brazil last and said it will be with the world champs. Bobo towards Benjamin Jr. Trying to direct traffic, but he can't get it beyond his marker. Blocked right off his toe. It pops back to Benjamin Jr. into the final 10 seconds of the period. Bobo, Antonio, one final strike, blocked away, and that'll do it. Second period comes to a close. It was slow starting, but the goals flew in late, and Brazil have a commanding lead heading into the third. 7-3, they lead Denmark. As we'll be right back for the third and final period here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup. Welcome back to the Flor Blanca. Just about ready for the third period of action as Brazil lead Denmark 7-3, heading into the final frame of regular time. And if they do hold on to the victory, Brazil will have one hand on the trophy, as the other match in the men's tournament will be later on tonight. The nightcap here on match day 2, Colombia against El Salvador. And if Brazil win, El Salvador failed to win in regular time, that will confirm a Brazilian title here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup 2026. Denmark with one period to try and pull themselves back in the title race. They could still be in the title race as well. If El Salvador win, we could have a three-way tie. A lot of permutations still. As away we go, a back heel. Oh, that's so clever. Brazil, straight from the third period kickoff. Mauricinho at the double. It's a back heel from Rodrigo and Mauricinho. With the instep, plenty of power. A brace for the Brazil number 10. And now he's just 18 goals behind the men in 10th place in the all-time scoring charts for Brazil. Might he start to climb up those charts, Mauricinho, over the course of this tournament and, of course, next week in Acapulco. The beach soccer worldwide season gets going in earnest here in El Salvador. Well, he won't be at Acapulco, I beg your pardon, as it's the Brazil women who will be there, but not the Seleção on the men's side of things. As next weekend, we encourage you to join us for the Acapulco Cup 2026. The men's tournament features Mexico, Portugal, Paraguay, and the United States. The women will have Mexico, Brazil, the United States, and Japan. Rodrigo, clever turn beyond his defender, trying to get it to Tanger, who digs it out from underneath, and he draws the save. Take it short, Mauricinho. Can't get it around Pilgard. Can't get it back to the goalkeeper. Mauricinho there to win it in the corner. And dribbling towards the corner flag, he dribbles it over the line. Madsen back in wearing the gloves for Denmark. Now Dorf finding it back to Down, who goes for the back pass. Just hasn't been Denmark's afternoon. That old coaching tip, never put a back pass on target. Back pass to the goalkeeper, I should say. And Dam trying to get it back under pressure. Makes it Brazil 9, Denmark 3. He's trying to restore that. Five-goal deficit they just had, and now it's, of course, up to 6. Before Mauricinho scored, the first 7 goals from Brazil were scored by 7 different players here this afternoon. Rodrigo is called for the foul. Down went Dorf, and he earns the free kick for Denmark. As we close in on 3 minutes already gone here in the third period. Next up here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup, we'll return to the women's bracket for Brazil against El Salvador. It's going to be Dam to take. Dam into the sand. Well struck. And down to defend was Yandi, new goalkeeper in for Brazil. And he's just starting to get his real taste of international beach soccer. Yandi, just his 7th appearance for the Canarinha. Jean, also one of those newcomers to the Brazilian side. The number 11 in now for Brazil. Breno Xavier. Likewise, the 3 most inexperienced players at the tournament here for Brazil as Breno Xavier Slammed it towards the far post. Wasn't too far away from finding it. Madsen helped down the line well on the first time, but there is Antonio to defend. Blocked into the path of Wegeberg. Wegeberg back towards Madsen. Dorf feeling the pressure, sets up the overhead. Goalkeeper was frozen in the sand and was happy to see it fly just beyond his left-hand post there. Well struck from Casper Dorf. Antonio. Tulio Silva. Oh, clever on the turn, but not enough, not clever enough to get beyond his defender, Jean. Created half a window there for a shot, Jean, and he powers it into touch with his left. Now Madsen takes aim, and a double clutch there from Yandi. Yandi who goes for the scoop. Not a bad idea. Madsen, though, tall and a cool customer. Now it's flicked on. Denmark in it with Hansen. A little chop over the top. Breno Xavier has it wrestled away by Wegeberg. Dam. Underneath it was Antonio for Brazil. Dam for the Chilena. Bounces up, but it's well held by Yandi. Can't connect with the run along the near side. Madsen fools the defender. Couldn't quite find his pass through to its intended recipient, and now he's off his line. There to win it was Breno Xavier, and he gets his first goal of the tournament. 10 for Brazil, as they lead 10-3 over Denmark. Madsen just pulled his fist away there at the last, as he thought he might have been outside his area. He's getting some advice from his player coach, Casper Dorf, along the sideline ahead of the restart, as we're about halfway through this third period. Brazil cruising to another victory here at the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup. First appearance for both of these sides at this fourth edition of the tournament. It's been all new men's sides every year, other than the men's side of things. Brazil looking to be the first South American club to win the men's tournament. Ooh, lovely spin away from the defender. Mauricinho looking for a hat trick. Not fooling Jensen there. Strong in his defensive work, but then dribbling it over the line. Quickly in for Tanger. Swing and a miss. Going for Brazil. Throw slash kick in. Tucked tight to the corner flag. 4.5 minutes there or thereabouts remaining. Spin of the ball might make that a difficult one. It's just over the crossbar. Stepping forward, Yandy. Trying to find his first Brazilian goal. But finding the fence instead. It'll be Madsen to restart for the Danes, as they will close out their competition tomorrow against Colombia. And as mentioned, Brazil, the nightcap, the final game of the tournament tomorrow night against the hosts, El Salvador. Wegeberg juggling it into the attack. Yandy comes out to make the save. He's got sand in his eyes. That'll mean a new goalkeeper will have to come out. That is, if he wants to get the sand out of his eyes. That's also a new rule this year. In the past, goalkeepers could water down their eyes and leave the pitch after getting sand in their eyes. Now, you are unable to do so. Here in 2026, he'll have to check out to be able to use the water and clear his vision. Bobo back on for Brazil. Bobo up towards Rodrigo, went for the scorpion. I think he was trying to actually pass that into the direction of Antonio. Rodrigo, the MVP of the World Cup in the Seychelles, his third World Cup for Brazil. Mauricinho heard the yip from Rodrigo, tried to scoop it into the path of his captain. All of a sudden, Denmark up the other way with Hansen. Could only scuff his shot into the sand. It's about 2.5 minutes remaining. Breno Javier down the line. Antonio, watched by Dorf. Finding Jean. Stepped on the ball, Jean, as he tries to get past Dam. Still with Jean. Now Jean to his right, looking for space. Jean gets it across. Tulio Silva picks it up. Antonio now. Scoop back towards the near side for Jean. Brazil killing off the game as we're into the final 90 seconds. Jean taking 1 yard at a time, went for the elastico. Dam having none of it. Jean begging for a foul, not going to be given. Dam trying to get stuck in on Breno Xavier. Now it's over the top for Jean. Jean scoops it to the far side. Antonio for Breno Xavier. Sidewinding volley. Well saved by Levin. Dorf for the overhead. Antonio heading it clear. And now foul against Dorf. Just over 30 seconds remaining in this one, as Brazil are cruising towards the second win in 2. And they'll be watching later on to see if perhaps their title hopes are ratified with the results from the nightcap between Colombia and El Salvador. Next up will be the women's bracket, Brazil against El Salvador. Jean, long run up. Jean into the sand, off the barn, out. Only Jean and Yandy yet to score now at the tournament, and Jean ever so close there. Jensen blocked off his toe. A heave back to the goalkeeper, Wegeberg. We're into the final 10 seconds. Perhaps one final shot for Denmark. Over the top it goes. Brazil make it 2 wins from 2. The Reis da Praia, the Kings of the Beach, put 10 past Denmark here this afternoon at the Flor Blanca. The Danes scored straight from the opening kick, but it was too much in the high-powered attack of the Canarinha as they got goals through Beno Xavier, Antonio Catarino, Benjamin Jr., Tanger, Rodrigo, Tulio Silva, an own goal and a brace from Mauricinho. Denmark goals through Wegeberg and a brace from Dam. Not enough in the end, as Brazil might just have one hand on the trophy. Stick with us, we'll be right back for more action from the Flor Blanca. You're watching the El Salvador Beach Soccer Cup 2026. Next up, interviews and highlights from this thrilling encounter. Brazil 10, Denmark 3, the full-time score.
Bueno, señores, le vamos a ir con una dinámica más para que ustedes se puedan llevar más premios. Miren, ahí está la selección de Brasil agradeciéndole, también Dinamarca agradeciéndole al público que suscita la hospitalidad de nosotros los salvadoreños, ¿verdad? Gracias a los amigos de Almacenes Tropical vamos a tener una dinámica para que uno de ustedes, del público, se lleve un bonito premio. Mire, y va a ser bien sencillo. Una pista de obstáculos.